Now let's get to our features. Eric was saying this is the first time, I think, or maybe the second time in our 4 or 5 years doing this together, that he wishes I saw a movie. This movie is called Chronicles of a Wandering Saint. Eric likes to spoil things. He already said it's a banger. So who knows? Maybe Bruce will actually submarine this entire review and say, actually, Eric, Chronicles of a Wandering Saint sucks so much it bleeps. Okay, who wants to do the plot summary of Chronicles of a Wandering Saint? Let me go eeny, meeny, miny, Bruce Purkey. What is this movie about?
Real quick,
All
Bruce,
right.
before you go,
Oh, uh-oh.
we will not
Yes.
I'm
talk
not.
about the twist.
Oh
Oh,
no, no, no.
are
We
you?
won't talk
And,
about
and
this.
it's not a twist. You will never see this coming. It was
Are you
awesome.
Nope.
joking? Are you joking,
No,
Eric?
I'm not joking. It was awesome, but
Is
do
it?
not give it away.
Does it have to do with a coffee table?
No.
No.
No coffee table.
You could guess a million times. You will never guess what happens halfway through this movie.
Does
And
the
I'm not
wand
even talking about a plot point.
is the Wandering Saint in a folk horror film?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, you gave it away. Okay, Bruce, take it away. Very good, Eric. Now I am
uh,
enticed. I definitely want to see this movie.
Directed by Tomas Gomez Bustillo. Uh, the main story of this is about Rita, and Rita is played by Monica Villa. Um, she is a really mild-mannered, middle-aged, maybe a little older than middle-aged. Would say she's about 50s maybe, and she just works in this. I don't even know if she officially works there, but you see her like cleaning and taking care of this chapel, the small little chapel. And boy, I don't know how much to say about this movie. She is as about as unassuming a character as you could possibly imagine. You see all of the some of the other parishioners come in and they're all singing their songs and they're making their plans and they're all gossiping and doing their thing, and she's just in the corner and she's cleaning and she's going in the back room, and at one point she should I say what she finds? Should I sing that she finds?
Yeah, I think like even the halfway point, there's just the one thing
Oh yeah,
don't
I
talk
won't.
about.
No,
But like
no.
plot wise, in after that, I think it's fair game.
Let's just say she's the kind of character that is so unassuming that people probably hardly even notice her. Like she just goes through life and people don't pay attention to her. She
Like
seems
kind of
to
like
have
me,
pretty.
kind of like me, Bruce.
Who? What's that? Who? Who's that?
Okay.
And it's like she has good intentions. She seems like she's devout. You see her go at home with her husband, and her husband's very mild mannered too. In fact, there's an interesting thing where he's trying to kind of reconnect with her, and he's bought these like rain parkas, and he wants to take her back to this waterfall where they were at when they were very young. I think where he proposed to her, something I forget what happened there, but it was like a early romantic moment. He's kind of making a later life romantic gesture, and she's just kind of like doesn't have time for that. And she finds in the back of the church this covered up statue of a saint or a nun or something, and she does some research and she thinks that it might be this long lost statue that from this parish. Let's just say she makes it endeavors to make that statue return to the church, and this is going to be a big, big thing for her. And I would say the whole first half of the movie is about that. Very quiet, very, I would say, kind of charming, but also kind of just kind of like indie, like not quite indie porn. I mean, there's definitely a story going on there, but it's
It's got
not
that
like
quirkiness to it, but
yeah,
like
but
not annoyingly so.
yeah, it doesn't hammer you over the head with it. It's more just like letting like everyday weird facts of life kind of make quirkiness real. And I'll just say it makes a turn. And boy, oh boy, does it make a turn. and I don't think I liked it quite as much as Eric, but I did quite like it. And I would say if the yeah, the second half of the movie is awesome.
Okay, the second half of
Awesome.
the okay. All right. Currently, it's sitting of this recording. Chronicles of a Wandering Saint, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Eric, your
Seems
review.
low. Seems
Seems
low.
low. Okay.
This is
All
a
right.
hard
Okay.
movie not to like at least. At least like it, you
So
know.
the first half of the movie that we can talk about, love the Rita character, and it is like really kind of slow, and like it rides that line of any point. But I think where it doesn't lose me is that I like the character Rita. I want to know more about her. I want to, see her live her life and do well.
You're kind
Yeah,
of rooting for her,
exactly. And
right?
so
Yeah.
it's like I think on paper it looks like it'd be boring, but I'm interested in the character, so I'm following along. And then the halfway mark hits, and then it just becomes a completely different movie. Still same kind of cuteness and quirkiness, but the movie just opens up at that point, and it just becomes so much better. And we really need to do spoiler talk on this. It's almost impossible not to.
Oh, and the only thing I'll say about the second half is there's some stuff with a dog that I adored. There's some stuff with a
And
dog.
I will say this has the best post-credit sequence I've seen in any movie ever,
My
hands
gosh,
down.
Eric.
Yeah, you are not wrong. You're not
Wait,
wrong.
you being such a diehard MCU fan, how can you say that? I'm being
It's you got to watch the movie.
I mean,
I defy
it puts
anyone to disagree with me on that.
you defy.
it
Oh,
puts
Eric.
every post credit sequence in history is put to shame by this movie.
Okay, are you guys trolling right now? Were you trolling right?
No,
Are
we
you
are not
being,
trolling you.
uh,
Nope.
my goodness. Okay, so Eric, without giving, you're very good about not spoiling this at all. When you saw middle of the way when it made that turn, w what was your initial reaction when you saw the direction that it went, the decision?
It was kind of a little bit of a shock, but it also like made sense. I'm like, okay, this is where we're at now. Now, like all the parts that were kind of slow going, kind of built up to the second half. Oh God,
Okay.
we gotta do spoiler talk on this.
Okay.
We gotta do spoiler talk
All
on
right.
this so bad.
Bruce Purkey, before we get to ratings, people who like blank will really enjoy Chronicles of a Wandering Saint. I sound like Gene Rayburn from the Match Game. I apologize.
If you like,
There's a movie
if
I'm
you
not going
like
to say.
content to movies, this is like in that
Yes.
same wheelhouse.
Okay. Okay.
Not quite as goofy,
Yeah.
not quite as goofy or quite as surrealistic, but unique and odd, I guess. If you like that kind of and genuinely creative, I guess I would say.
Genuinely creative. Okay, very good. Bruce Purkey, final thoughts and ratings of Chronicles of a Wandering Saint.
Once again, we have so many of these movies, and we didn't mention it again, but Green Border was one of them. We have so many of these movies that I feel like you're just going to get lost in the mix, and it'll appear on someplace like Hulu, and it'll be way down in the whatever algorithm is making you see a movie pop up, and people will just probably ignore this, or they'll advertise it in some way that really spoils that second half. Now, you can't spoil it, but it's such an awesome turn that it's great to experience it. I just feel like it's going to get lost.
I hope it's not heartbreaking. I don't know if either of you saw the trailer to Chronicles of a Wandering Saint, but I'm sure it would be very heartbreaking if they showed that twist or whatever. Do you think there's a chance that people can get their
Oh,
stuff?
there's a big chance.
I,
I bet there's a big chance.
yeah,
No.
I don't think I saw the trailer. But either
Okay.
way, well, Greg, you haven't seen it. What does the trailer say? Because
I,
if
I
it's in the
haven't. I'm
trailer,
I'm gonna watch the movie first, and then I'm gonna go see the
Yeah.
trailer and
okay.
then try to
It's only
just
like 90 minutes, right?
You know
Is it
what?
2 hours?
84 minutes. 84 minutes.
So
Yeah.
I talked this book to death, but Project Hail Mary, it has a similar, not a similar twist, but like a similar thing. Like halfway through the book, a thing happens that carries through the rest of the story. It's not a big spoiler because it's what the
Yeah.
book is, but at the same time, to get to that point and then see that reveal, it's so good that you hate to have that be ruined. So it's
Right.
probably best just not to. Yeah, if you haven't seen, I don't know what's in the trailer for Chronicles of a Wandering Saint. I would suggest not watching it because I could totally see him kind of giving away what the second half is. But I think it'd be much better if you just watch the movie cold and just let it happen.
Okay.
Agree.
And
100%. 100%.
sorry, your rating again, Bruce, on
I was gonna say 4, but the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, I'm gonna go 4.5. I think this movie sits with me, and I think that it's great. 4.5.
Oh my. As the seconds go, Bruce Purkey is falling in love more and more with this movie. It's weird. He started off with maybe a 3.5 rating on 4. This is a weird movie. So I definitely have to see this Chronicles of a Wandering Saint. Eric Holmes, I'm guessing your rating will be a 6.9 star banger or something. I don't know. That's my
You know what? I think if talking about this makes Bruce's rating go up, I think if we talk spoilers, he'll come up to my level on a 6.9, and then we can
I might.
6.9 each other.
very good family show. Very,
But
very good.
yeah, this is like on paper, this should not work. Like
Mm.
I don't believe I love this movie as much as I do, but it's just like Bruce said, it's so creative. It's got that quirkiness, but that content debut kind of quirkiness, not the like lame, annoying kind of quirkiness. It's just endears you to the characters, and then what they do in that second half is just so damn good. This movie's awesome.
And
Oh,
the magic is really, and we talked about it before, the magic is that you like the character so much. And that a lot of times these quirky movies don't have characters that you really like attached to. They're just the quirkiness of the situation. This has the quirkiness of the situation, but then a character you're really behind. And I think that's kind of the magic.
okay. So that is Chronicles of a Wandering Saint. That is
Yes.
4.5
And,
stars from Bruce Purkey and
and
6 point. Yes.
we mentioned it. I'll mention it again. Stay after the credits.
Wow. Stay after the credits. That is very, very good. Okay. So I think I missed a really good movie this week.
This is Cinematics.